Ah, this is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. No, 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 Alt F4, aspetta, vogliamo leggere questa cosa. Speriamo che lo riscriva. Devo anche aprire Borderless Gaming perché non me lo... Ah, la prima parte... No. Per favore, vorrei rileggere la prima parte, me lo puoi riscrivere? Mi sa che perché l'abbiamo già letto non viene più. Devo reinstallare il gioco. Bella Vespa con le 5 sabbi di horror game, di sono di for all audience. Infinite fully so slide prima contain flickering image effects as well as parallax. Madonna, i parallax effect, raga. Ok. Praticamente, ragazzi, funziona così. C'è scritto che, per chi non capisce, non riesca a capire bene l'inglese, se il gioco inizia a darvi sickness, inizia a farvi stare male, schiacciando il tastino donate, praticamente potrete donare tutti i vostri soldi ad una causa che vi curerà passivamente questa cosa. E noterete che più soldi voi investirete in questa cosa, più questa non vi offendete, malattia, questo problema vi va a guarire in automatico. È proprio un nuovo tipo di cura sperimentale che Twitch ha deciso di fare sul mio stream. Non lo sai perché sei uno scettico, Z. Gli scettici sono quelli che nella scienza hanno sempre remato contro. Non essere scettico, ma ci cura passivamente da dietro. Lo scopri la mattina dopo quello, Pala. Lo scopri domani. Ciao Padman. Ok. Non c'è nessun prenotato, there are no wrong decision. Ok. Ci sono solo fresche prospettive e nuovi inizi. Love this. This is a love story. Io adoro le love story. Cioè, perché voi mi conoscete come un cazzone, ma io sono un eterno romanticone. Bella glacche con i 20. Allora, io vorrei però giocarlo full screen, perché voi lo vedete full screen, ma io lo vedo una merda. Quindi userò Borderless Windows. Tools, full application refresh, Slay the Princess, mettilo di qua. Oh, finalmente lo vedo anche io full screen. Se mi garantisci che domani mi rinnovano il contratto, domani va bene, Doa. Ma domani è lunedì, pezzo di me. Bella Padman con i 31. Bravo, diglielo. Allora, vediamo, preferenze, VLF, Parallax F, mettiamo tutto, raga, tutto. Skip, niente. Niente, raga, tutto vogliamo vedere. Oh, vedete, così si fa? Prevenire è meglio che curare. Ascoltate bene.
Non sono sicuro di soffrire di parallasse, ma per sicurezza io mi tutelo.
Oh, ragazzi, un mio amico una volta gli è venuta la parallasse. 5 minuti, 5 minuti. Quindi, giustamente, Alex si è munito prima di questa cosa e lui è un po' come il vaccino. È un po' come il vaccino. Ciao Paco, ti ho fatto dei complimenti a inizio stream, ma non lo saprei mai ormai. Capitolo 1. L'eroe e la principessa. Bevo il caffè.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Oh, cabin chance 100%.
Cabin is a princess.
No, ma che figo, ok.
You're here to slay her.
No, io non voglio slayarla, voglio amarla.
It will be the end of the world.
Could be the end of the world. Wow. Oh cazzo, ok. Esploriamo. In che senso? Mica quante risposte ho, raga. Ok. Allora, di cosa stai parlando? Allora, hai mai pensato che l'unica ragione per cui vuole finire il mondo è perché è chiusa dentro? Grazie Record con i 52, grazie Pala, much appreciated.
Io non voglio la parallasse, soprattutto se entra da dietro.
Esatto, entra da dietro e quello sì, bravissimo Pala, vedete che avete capito a pieno la cosa.
Adesso sono guarito, vero?
Sì Parmi, sì, assolutamente. Bravo, molto bene. Non ti senti già meglio Parmi? Grazie ragazzi. Uccidere la principessa sembra una roba brutta oppure no? Non lo può fare qualcun altro? Non ci pensare nemmeno, non voglio farlo. Non hai mai pensato che forse sono felice che il mondo finisca? avrò una ricompensa? Oh, grazie per avermi detto cosa devo fare. Ho sempre voluto dare fine alla monarchia. Viva la rivoluzione! Zitto, cammina, girati e vattene. Allora, sei qui per... if you don't, it will be end of the world. Di cosa stai parlando?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Allora, ma come fa una principessa chiusa in uno scantinato mettere fine al mondo? Se non mi dici perché è pericolosa non intendo ucciderla.
Il miglior modo per tenersi in salute è la prevenzione.
Bravo.
Meglio camminare a muro, non si sa mai.
Esatto, Royal. Sai che è meglio spostare una chat a schermo? Anche Pozzek si è lamentato, però Pozzek si lamenta sempre di cose inutili. Allora la tolgo oggi la chat a schermo, dai, se vi dà fastidio, magari se il cellulare dà fastidio. Adesso Pozzek mi manda a fanculo. Lui l'ho ignorato malamente. Allora, se non mi dici perché è pericolosa non la ucciderò. Hai qualche prova per giustificare quello che stai dicendo? Ok, questa è quella di prima. Ok, che potresti essere afflitto da parallasse, cazzo. Ok, queste sono quelle di prima. Beh, adesso che 62. Esatto, come fa una principessa chiusa in uno scantinato a mettere fino?
Linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Cazzo, se contano tutti su di me?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? If you've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Per la vasellina.
Grazie, Don. Ok. Vediamo, hai mai pensato che sia perché è chiusa dentro? Vabbè, non gliene frega un cazzo però di tutte le mie motivazioni a questo narrator, è un pezzo di fango.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Ok, quindi lei è rinchiusa perché è pericolosa, non è pericolosa perché è rinchiusa, ok.
Before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Ok.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Ah, quindi pure se ne va... Ok.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Ok, praticamente è una che non ha rinnovato il pollo. Cioè, dette in parole povere, raga, questo qua è uno che subbava. Ok? No, Paco. Questo qua era uno che subbava, ha smesso di subbare, l'hanno rinchiuso in un basement dentro un cabin nel bosco e ora noi dobbiamo ucciderlo. Quindi finalmente il narrator mi ha dato
You do your job and slay her.
esatto. Ok, allora ascolta, facciamo così, vado e le parlo. Vediamo, decido e vado lì, ci parlo con lei a quattro occhi e vediamo.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
You are doomed.
So sure, go. Talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Beh, non abbiamo tante scelte.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
E cosa facciamo? Non so se prendere la lama. Bene, Nitel con i 2 anni. Thank you, thank you. Ah, ma sapete che in realtà la posso mandare perché se io schiaccio il tasto, scusate YouTube, è vero, io non la mando più perché ormai è DMCA, ma se io faccio così, fuck DMCA. Yeah. I want you free phone. Solo chi è live può vederla. È vero, la potrò lanciare sempre, ma solo chi è live lo può vedere. Bella buona con i 22. La può sentire. E non so se prendere la lama oppure no, ragazzi. Non so se prendiamo la lama.
You take the blade from the table. It'll be rather difficult to slay the princess and save
Shorty! My lovely Shorty. Che paura la parallasse, è vero? Minchia, proprio stamattina mi sono svegliato di colpo, mi sono toccato e ho detto oh cazzo, per un attimo ho pensato alla parallasse, però poi è passato subito tutto. Minchia, sono già 60, Johnny, porca troia. Grazie, grazie.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing
Ta-la-la.
a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Minchia, praticamente la principessa è peggio che nel mio
Her
studio.
voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
I am Bill, the pizza boy.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Grazie, Paco.
Da parallasse a prolasso il passo è breve.
Allora, qui dice grazie ancora. Qui dice di non farmi fottere perché vuole manipolarmi. I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stair. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Beh, che fai? Rifiuti?
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Ciao Ice con l'anno. Love you, welcome back.
Binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
È praticamente Elsa, raga.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, perché mai? Perché pensi una roba del genere? Beh, mi hai beccato? Non ho ancora deciso. Sono qui solo per parlare. Nervi di ferro e cammina avanti.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
Giustamente, lei si incazza perché c'ho il coltello.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
Però questo è Voice of the Hero.
Don't you dare.
Esatto, vedi, questo qui era un...
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Beh, appoggio la scelta dell'eroe.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better
Problema
judgment,
c'ha agli occhi.
you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Ok.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Come relationship? Are you coming into me? Ho paura della risposta che potrebbe dare lei. Come faccio a farti uscire di qui? Sono qui perché a quanto pare tu metterai fine al mondo. Ci sono persone là fuori che pensano che metterai fine al mondo. Cosa mi sai dire al riguardo? Come ti chiami? Da quanto sei qui? Sai perché sono qui per ucciderti? Chiami? Gli dico che c'è gente che pensa che...
Just tell her that.
Ah.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
C'è la domanda cosa cerchi in un uomo.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world...
No! Non schiacciare mai il tasto destro del mouse. Ok. Vabbè, dice... Com'è che se sono così brava da poter mettere fine al mondo sono qui come una cogliona incatenata? Cosa farai se ti lascio andare? Mi hai detto abbastanza. Speravo me l'avresti detto. No, ma sono sicuro che c'è un motivo perché non mi lasciano quella informazione segreta per me. No, ma sono onesto, sono più incline a credere a te piuttosto che a loro.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Figa, io sono il re del trust.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either.
Mi sta
Otherwise, we'd be killing
convincendo.
each other instead of talking.
Come i Chadder? Perché i Chadder? Lei è legata? Ci vuole fottere, chat?
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I know what she's talking about.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Beh,
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
effettivamente.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Beh, lei è un pelino suspicious, eh?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything. all for the sake
C'è una musica troppo alta rispetto alla voce del tipo.
a subjugating monarch, no less.
Allora. Ah, ok, siamo tornati indietro. Qual è il tuo nome?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Mica che menosa.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Oh, scusatemi, mi è venuto in mente perché l'ho ruttato adesso, ho sentito il sapore. Oh, a pranzo, regà, era una vita che non facevo una porcheria del genere. A pranzo ho mangiato da Burger King. Scusate, spezzo un attimo il mood del gioco. Sì, ho mangiato da Burger King, credo che ci sia un panino nuovo perché la pubblicità praticamente era enorme, cioè c'era il totem da cui, che modo meraviglioso. Che fine è? Avete sentito il rutto? No, e allora? Che cazzo? Dicevo, era una vita che non andavo da Burger King. Dopo la partita stamattina a pranzo siamo andati. E praticamente sul totem, quello che ti serve in auto, cioè che ti fai tutto da solo, c'era questo qui che era full screen, cioè praticamente il 90% della pubblicità era questo panino enorme e poi c'erano tutti gli altri sotto. Ovviamente mi sono fatto fottere dal marketing e gli ho dato 13 euro di menù, e perché ho detto affanculo, si vive una volta sola. Mica regà, ma sono 3 hamburger con sopra anche le cipolle, le cipolle fritte, con dentro tutta la vi giuro, regà, che uno mi sono slogato una mascella per mangiarlo, però ero morto dopo averlo mangiato e tuttora dopo 9 ore mica non l'ho ancora digerito. Però buonissimo, provatelo. Veramente buonissimo. Io sono uno che ama tanto anche McDonald's rispetto a Burger King, eccetera. Però questo panino qui è uno dei... Sì, era buono. È uno dei panini più buoni che ho mangiato. Come ti faccio a farti uscire? Da quanto sei qui? Adesso mi dice che non si ricorda, esatto, che stronza. Come ti tiro fuori?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Brava.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh cazzo.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Cioè, stai dicendo di tagliarle il braccio? Posso dire solo che abbiamo parlato abbastanza.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the Princess. Ti porto fuori, guarda le catene. Ah, ti terrò chiuso qui almeno per un po'. Possiamo continuare a parlare finché non decido.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here.
I'm gonna
You
make
can
a-
it
make a-
easier
make-
for
no.
both of us if you help.
Perché hai cambiato il font alla principessa?
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Puoi togliere la parte dopo cam e ripetere la frase?
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Ah, allora, aspetta. Ah, dobbiamo decidere, raga. Allora, o la uccidiamo, o la lasciamo legata qui e ce ne andiamo. O la liberiamo. Per me... diventiamo su schiavetto. Non possiamo legarci con lei? Ma no, perché dobbiamo ucciderla? Dai, ma allora ok, è un videogioco, ma voi fareste veramente una roba del genere? Perché lei sembra la Meloni? Minchia, per disegnare una cosa brutta come la Meloni ce ne vuole, eh? Cioè, la Meloni è veramente un cesso a rotelle. Cioè, questa è disegnata brutta, ma cazzo, in confronto alla Meloni, cazzo, è una gnoccolona, eh? Figa. Allora, proviamo a vedere cosa succede se la lascio legata.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
No, vedi.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
Per cosa hai sentito il rumore del coltello? Ah, perché ho ripreso il coltello,
It won't be
ok.
long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Oh cazzo.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Slay the President.
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, la lascio qui, cazzo.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still
cazzo.
there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
È arrabbiata, raga.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Sta bleffando, raga.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Allora, minacciami quanto vuoi. Tutto quello che stai facendo è togliermi il senso di colpa. Quindi stavi solo fingendo. Sei un mostro, non sei nemmeno una principessa. Ignorala e vai a dormire.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
Beh, che fai? Le dai torto?
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Oh shit. Ciao, Shani.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Questa è una proposta, chat. Sta andando bene. Ci siamo beccati parlasse, raga, cazzo.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Ok.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Chat, abbiamo un sacchetto? Qualcuno ha un sacchetto, chat?
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ok, è ricominciato?
You're here to slay her.
Ok. Ah, ok. Sto avendo un terribile senso di déjà vu. Ma non è già successo? Ok, no. Ma sono morto. Ma mi ucciderà ancora. Andiamo al cabin. Girati e vattene.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Ok.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh! What if he hears us?
Ah, qui c'è anche la voce del paranoico.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit! I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Ok. Allora, facciamo finta che io stia dicendo la verità e tutto questo ci sia già successo. Perché dovrei ascoltarti?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Ok.
The solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? What do you think happened?
Non è che sono curioso di vedere cos'è. Beh, la lancio con gli
Do you
8?
think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can. A warning.
Ciao Luca.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Ok, questo come prima.
Lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless.
C'era lo
The only
specchio,
furniture
raga.
of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner
Non c'era
of
lo
the room.
specchio?
A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Allora, ok, non hai detto niente dello specchio. Questo cottage è diverso da quello dell'altra volta. Come si chiamano questi robi qui? Quella è una traduzione letterale di cabin. Questa non è baita. Vai allo specchio, prendi la lama. Enter the basement. Baita. Cascina, no? Cascina? No, perché capanna ricorda una cosa di paglia. Forse baita è più corretto, sì. Oh, you didn't say about the mirror on the wall.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there.
Casetta tipica di montagna.
What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Ok. Ah, lui non vede nessuno specchio.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Why would you lie about
We shouldn't waste time preening. But if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Maybe he's trying to keep us from looking because there's something horribly wrong with us.
Esatto, andiamo a vederci.
No, there isn't something horribly wrong with you. You look exactly how you're supposed to look. Now stop second-guessing my every word.
Allora, questa baita è totalmente diversa. Guarda, va bene, guardiamo il mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Pulisci il vetro.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Ok. Abbiamo un problema. La parallasse, ragazzi. Ve l'ho detto, purtroppo è una malattia che ha il personaggio di questo gioco, e chiunque si rifiuti di pigiare il tastino donate rischia di prenderla e vi diventeranno le mani in quel modo. È una roba, ormai inizierete a sentirne parlare un po' ovunque, la parallasse, perché comunque è una roba pericolosa da cui dobbiamo prevenirci. Sai, volevo chiedere appunto perché il puntatore è una zampa, ma più che altro perché è una zampa con il ditino a uncino quasi, non lo so.
us doubt our reality.
Paralassi is the new COVID.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Che facciamo? Scendiamo e basta? Tanto non la uccido, raga. Non ancora, perlomeno. Io entro senza lama.
We should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
Oh, cazzo.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back.
No, ho sbagliato. We're going to have a lot of fun, you and I.
We
Ok.
need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Ci parlo. Non abbiamo bisogno di un piano, la uccido e basta. Il narratore dice che posso farlo. E scendiamo in silenzio.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you
Ma che
emerge, you find
cazzo?
yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
Effettivamente.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Allora, possiamo tornare indietro, possiamo non fare niente. A destra io vedo degli occhi, mi sembra. Oh no, però forse... Però vedi, se mi sposto gli occhi... Andiamo a destra.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to...
Ma che cazzo che mi addormento sul tasto destro? Ma cosa ha fatto?
As the princess approaches,
Ah, ok.
your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think!
Ok.
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Prima che tu ti rompa.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart, lungs. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more.
Vedi, perché lui dice... Perché tu ti rompa. E lui stava tentando di farci funzionare, dicendo i nomi dei nostri organi.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more. You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault.
Effettivamente.
Whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Perché non mi finisci? Cosa vuoi da me? Perché mi tieni vivo? Cos'è successo dopo che mi hai ucciso la prima volta? Sono stato mandato qui per fermarti dal distruggere il mondo. Non posso lasciarti andare. Sei un po' lunatica, lo sai, vero? Se vuoi che lavoriamo insieme puoi almeno smettere di provare questa cosa di spegni gli organi. Cosa ne dici se ti ammazza e basta? Non dobbiamo essere nemici, possiamo lavorare insieme ed essere amici. Non farò niente di tutto questo, non ti aiuterò a andartene, non ti ucciderò. Quindi fai il cazzo che ti pare. Remain with your nightmare. Ok, andiamocene insieme. Ok, hai vinto, ti lascio andare via. Mi chiedo se possiamo diventare amici. Christian Anderson, affanculo, ero spaccato. Brutta troia. Fanculo. Ero spaccato a leggere. Ok. Ok, vedi, vuole che diventiamo amici.
tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Ok. Gli chiedo la cosa, puoi smetterla di spegnermi?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Hai capito, fa pure la figa.
Like I said, I am what I am. And right now, I'm in control. So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
He raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse.
Ciao Pikachu. Esatto ragazzi, sappiamo tutti come dobbiamo combatterla lei. Ce l'ho. Fuck you, guarda cosa ho io. Monicas, salvaci tu. Allora, perché non mi ci dia bassa? E se ti lascio andare cosa facciamo? Ci separiamo?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Oh, mi sembra sincera, chat. Adesso va bene tutto. Stare vicino a te è un'agonia. Eviterei di dirglielo. Allora, gli dico che non l'aiuto ad andare via e non lo uccido.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
Ci ha inveloppati, chat. Let's go.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
Ma cosa vuol dire let me out?
This is all too much.
Cioè, non nel senso letterale.
Keep going. What are you talking about?
Oops, I think I broke you.
No, ci ha rotti. Ma lo so cosa vuol dire let me out. Ma veramente siete imbecilli che mi...
I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Il tuo corpo è morto ma continui a vivere. Capitolo 3. Capitolo 5. Ah! La parallasse!
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Voice of the Broken.
I think we were trying to save the world. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out.
No, ho sbagliato, cazzo, l'opportunista.
Forever, I think.
Ma quante voci si sono aggiunte ora?
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
Ah, queste credo che forse erano tutte le voci che avrebbero potuto... Noi abbiamo avuto il... cos'è che abbiamo avuto? Il il sospettoso lì, non mi ricordo come cazzo si chiamava.
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
Il paranoico, giusto? Perché siamo stati paranoici probabilmente nella prima run. Queste probabilmente sono tutte le voci che potresti sentire in tutte le eventuali run.
We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Io lavoro una collega che parla e ride da sola perché sente le voci. Se prendete lo stesso stipendio, Elde, io mi farei una domanda, eh?
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Allora, penso che abbiano tutti torto. È una buona domanda. Quante volte tu sei... Cioè, quante volte siete stati tutti qua? Che ne dite se non andiamo proprio nella baita? Ne trovi un senso tutto questo? In fil... Vabbè, mi sento così spaesato. Non so se posso ucciderla. Beh, cabin. L'unico modo per andarsene è non fare niente, quindi rimango qui.
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Ok. Ma questo non ha senso. Ricordo solo di essere venuto qua 2 volte prima di questo. E alcuni di voi sembrano non ricordare proprio niente di questo. Ero qui tutte le altre volte?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up! You were here.
Every single time.
Figa, The Broken è proprio distrutto, regà.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order.
And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget.
I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Ciao, cava. Allora, se non mi ricordo di averlo fatto, non posso essere stato io a farlo. No, non voglio non fare niente, andiamo.
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
When we can't.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Minchia, oh, com'è serio.
Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment?
Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces.
Sempre The Broken.
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Cold è l'emo.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Penso che abbiano tutti torto. Vabbè, andiamo alle cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness.
Abbiamo pure preso le facce.
You do make it to the cabin, or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
Ciao, orso.
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone.
It's exhausting. We must be such a mess.
but we never get the chance to fix ourselves. That thing is mocking us. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
Oh cazzo. E cosa c'è che non va? Di spazio? Cosa... Cioè, e se aiutasse? Se avessero bisogno di essere ascoltati, approach the mirror. Bella, orso con le 3 subgifterine. Thank you, thank you. Secondo me il mirror è la soluzione.
Hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back.
Bravo, orso. Thank you.
Just go around it. Just do something.
Beh, dipende se li splittiamo sulle personalità, forse non arriviamo nemmeno un anno a testa, Paco, dai, passa in fretta.
I'm sure that whatever you settle on, it'll be the best possible decision you could have made. Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
Non ho capito, scusami, chi è che ha scelto il narratore?
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Oh, queste non le posso scegliere. Possiamo prendere la cosa. Take the blade or you have to take the blade? Take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss.
Gaze into the abyss. Che cazzo di gioco era, raga? Ah, di Elder, è vero, era l'Elder di Poe.
Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you.
Hai rotto il cazzo, minchia, questo è il Glory Hall di Hit. Mamma mia.
It's she's watching us.
Ti farei conoscere, cazzo, quei mob con l'armatura del gioco dell'altra sera, ti farei conoscere, hai capito?
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
Joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
Ma ha 3 mani ora?
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take me away. And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too.
Ok. Ma che ne so, cavolo, ma che ti devo dire?
Gets to stay with me all the time. Right by my side. witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want.
Oh, come sei
You'll do
gentile.
everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy.
Questo è vero, come dice Parmi, se notate, allora lei la prima volta non aveva la maschera, poi la seconda volta aveva la maschera rotta, adesso è più rotta.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
What are we supposed to do? She took our weapon. This really was a lost cause, wasn't it? You sealed our fate when you refused to kill her. Kill or be killed. Yes, I suppose you're right. Oh well, there's no paralysis anymore. Is it because we've already given her what she wants?
Mamma mia, questo è il momento dove dovrei mettere il primo alert del mio... del follow. Give her the... Oh, se sono un oggetto... Non so, something long ago. Però queste non gliele posso dire. Vai, prendi la sua mano e liberala.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past.
Però vedete che noi siamo...
The moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired. Why is it so cold?
Ma che cazzo? Non hai avuto chance di rispondere. Qualcosa l'ha portata via.
She's gone.
Ed è rimasto lo specchio.
Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back.
What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Me smash.
Oh, you stop with the smashing.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approcciamo The Mirror.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay.
Stiamo per morire, chat.
Fears I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze on your reflection. Loro se ne sono andati, ma lo specchio rimane. È ora di vedere cosa c'è nello specchio. Sì, da solo in un posto che è vuoto. Proceed to the cabin, ancora? Oh cazzo, sei the cabin. Approcciala.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Ok. Ma come letter out of here? Conosci il narrator? È la...
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Tu sei l'unica cosa che non abbiamo mai conosciuto. No.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Sei tu quello che mi ha mandato a uccidere la principessa? Sei tu quello che mi ha intrappolato qui? Sei la principessa? Ci conosciamo? Attacca l'entità, distruggi il tuo corpo. Ma che cazzo, raga? Cosa sei?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is filled with sadness, a doll abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Sei tu quello che mi ha mandato a uccidere la
I have
principessa?
only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have
infatti.
trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Sei la principessa?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Ma sei sempre stata la principessa o stai facendo solo che lei sia una parte di te?
You speak in circles.
Mm.
Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Bella questa frase. Falla uscire. Ci conosciamo?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. How can the world have ended if we are talking? I know only that they are.
È diventato tutto triste, esatto. I know only that they are.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Portami più prospettive. Ok, make me forget. Sono tu che procede una principessa. Se ti aiuto, è quello che farai?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Ah, dice più di quanti ne ho trovati, ma meno di quanti ce ne sono da trovare. Ah, ok.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry.
Hello.
Hollow.
Oddio, raga, cosa facciamo? Aspettiamo? No, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Did I tell you to remember her?
You won't.
No, Troia. You won't. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1.
You're on
No.
a path in the wood. You're here to slay.
No, raga, è finito davvero. Fuck. Scammed. Ci abbiamo perso la memoria. Brutta troia, mica adesso l'ha il coltello.
You make your way up.
Stai
I'm not gonna
zitto,
go
non me ne frega un cazzo. Mamma mia. Non dico una parola, raga. Scende dal coltello.
The interior of the blade. You take her voice.
Who's there?
She said, "Don't let it." Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down. She's focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Ok.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Stai zitta, adesso
I'm
minchia
probably
ti
chained up in
sbuccio
this
come
basement for
un'albicocca,
a reason,
cazzo.
right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Non ho problemi.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh
Puttana.
easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Johnny, riprendi il coltello.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Certo, è morta.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement.
Easy, raga.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Ma va, quale terrible?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Non so nemmeno cosa sia la
But that
guilty.
day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain
Easy clap.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
No, questa è la vastità del cazzo che me ne frega.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Fammi uscire. Va bene. Speravo che avrei avuto una fine migliore per salvare il mondo.
What's done is done. This is what's best for everyone.
Trust me.
Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Non hai... Oh, questa è la voce dell'eroe. Non esiste il narratore. Sono felice, siamo felici. Hai qualche idea su come andarcene?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
No, qualsiasi cosa per uscire di qui. Ma ci uccide. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing. Almeno per un altro po'. Qualsiasi cosa pure di andarcene.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world?
Credo che Happy Little Place del Cabin sia una citazione a Bob Ross, raga, Credo che chiamare il Cabin Happy Little Place sia fottutamente una citazione al glorioso Bob Ross.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Beh, non male. Capitolo 2, lo spettro a sto giro.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement you're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now, and what's your tricks? Ok, anche te hai riportato déjà vu, non è già successo, ok no. Ok, no. Allora, facciamo che ignoriamo il narratore, ragazzi. Turn and leave.
Do you think there's something else out there?
No, adesso siamo The Cold, vedi?
Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
The princess. Okay, fine, I'll talk to the princess. Maybe a slayer, maybe I won't. Nope. Secondo me questo vuol dire che restartiamo la run, raga. Secondo me se gli dico questo restartiamo la run. Andiamo nel cabin.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away.
Vedi? Qua dice I suppose.
That's strange.
Perché se noi non gli parliamo, lui dice lui sente tutto quello che noi e le voci ci diciamo, ma se faccio le cose con quietly, lui non sa quello che facciamo.
Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there.
Turn around again and leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting...
Ok.
What's going on? Where are we? I don't know. But it feels like home.
When you call my name, like a little prayer, down on my knees, I wanna take you there. In your voice. Text or nothing, oh cazzo. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. Perché sei qui? Sono non finito. Bene, mi nonno con i 4 anni. Thank you, thank you. Not there. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. Puttana, tua sorella stronza. E credo che ora sia ricominciato.
You're on a path. You're here.
Ok, sempre senza... sempre senza ricordi. Cioè questo è l'inizio di una nuova run. E no, proviamo a liberarla ora. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up. The interblade.
Senza il coltello.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in her voice.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have
Vedi,
to
già solo che non abbiamo preso il coltello è diventata Voice of the Hero.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Ok, che uguale.
How could someone like this
Niente, lì era un provolone, raga, è già innamorato.
I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Vedi com'è gentile, ci
You're
ringrazia.
making a huge mistake.
Ma stai
You're
zitto.
doing the right thing.
Sì, stiamo facendo la cosa
Walk
giusta.
up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Allora, se non ce ne sono chiavi, è un'altra idea. Guarderò sopra, magari c'è la chiave da qualche parte. Hai qualche
Maybe
idea?
there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Beh, effettivamente, so insegna.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Oh cazzo.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are, you're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Sì, sicuramente,
If we could just
Shani.
get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh
hesitates before
cazzo.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess!
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Ah, vedi, il narratore continua a metterci nella situazione di ucciderla.
This isn't fair. You can't just
Che
do...
pezzo di merda!
Watch me.
What are you doing?
No, che figlio della sciancla, Warner.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resisti.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches
Brava.
towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
Direi di no, cazzo, siamo stati scammati a sto giro, eh.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die. Cazzo è The Damsel? Non conosco questa parola, chat.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a
Damigello, ok.
princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Damigiana. Ok, allora. Ho un senso di déjà vu. Non è già successo. Ma sono morto. Sei un bastardo. Allora, noi siamo stati scammati da lui, no? Non si è resettato. Quindi a sto giro il gioco ci vuole portare a rifare le stesse scelte di prima, non facendoci scammare. E noi ci caschiamo.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. If only you... Excuse me?
Ah, cazzo. Ok.
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He is trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you... I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Lo adoro questo.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Siamo al castello perché lui è l'eroe?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Però allora secondo voi cosa succede? Se io riprendo la lama prima però non ho preso la lama. Ma che cambia? Perché tanto me l'ha buttata giù. Sto pensando perché secondo me finirà sempre così, che io lo accoltello o lo accoltello quando è di schiena, oppure Cioè, dici che la vuoi salvare. Tu dici prendi la lama. Ma ok, ripeto. Ma poi quando è di schiena. Mi spiegherei di nuovo per sentire l'amico Smith. Dicevo, quando è di schiena il narratore ci fa sempre il trick. Ora Smith e magari resisti. Va bene, prendiamo la lama allora.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies. Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Enter the basement. Va bene. Ignoriamo il coso.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Figa.
The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice.
Hello?
Her voice. Somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
La parola con la S che non si può dire in stream, ragazzi.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much.
Voice of the pimp.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Esatto, S is not for smitten.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down
Ciao,
the
Dennis.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain
Lo
around her
spaccino.
wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
My dashing hero.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Vedi com'è felice lei, è molto
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
And treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just...
Allora, you can't say, why did you do that? Però lei non si no, sì, lei si ricorda, credo. Do you have to cut you out again? Che è successo dopo che sono morto? Devo chiedertelo. Hai messo fine al mondo dopo che mi hai ucciso l'altra volta? Ok, mi dispiace per quello che è successo l'ultima volta. Il narratore che mi ha mandato qui per ucciderti si è impossessato del mio corpo. È stato estremamente irrispettoso. Rescue the princess.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature, Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
Ma infatti il mondo c'è, se sei arrivato lì perché dice che ha distrutto il mondo. Eh sì, è vero, perché è comunque la stessa
I
run.
think I'd rather believe in... Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator?
Narrator?
Courageously step forward and free our beloved from her body. No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, Yes.
No, e dai però sei stronzo. Come si faceva vedere history? You'll what? Take over. Ok.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths.
Effettivamente vedi, lui dice che resiste.
Anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free. And you're not
Cioè,
trying
a sto
to
giro
kill
sono
me this
venute.
time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers
Ne sono
you
anche
in a
cresciute le
joyful embrace. Ugh.
Let's go!
You sure
True
you want to
ending!
do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
Ciao Michelangelo.
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
È il momento di... what do you want to do? Io glielo chiedo a lei.
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt...
Diglielo, Smitten, diglielo!
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Hai visto?
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Ho avuto paura che le scritte diventassero rosse per un attimo. Voglio che tu mi dica cosa vuoi. Ci deve essere qualcosa che vuoi. Vuoi mettere fine al mondo? Voglio solo andare via e poi ci possiamo pensare dopo. Se vuoi andartene, andiamocene. C'è qualcosa che non va qui, la uccidi. Voglio che tu mi dica cosa vuoi.
I just want to make you happy.
We did it! Oh, 8 anni di duro lavoro. 2 ore e 27 minuti 9. C'erano le 2 ore di run. Ma alla fine...
She can't just want to make us happy.
Vabbè, c'è sempre poi l'inculata. Però vabbè, intanto pensiamo alla
Makes
fase
sense
1.
to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
There must be something you want, but you... What will make you happy? Ma hai bisogno di altre cose, mi hai appena incontrato. Non puoi basare la tua felicità intorno a me. Nessun uomo direbbe mai questo a una donna. Voglio che mi renda infelice. What the hell? Ci deve essere qualcosa che
I
vuoi.
just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar.
I just want to make you happy.
Sto rompendo,
Right,
chat.
I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big...
Sto rompendo.
okay. I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
No, cazzo! L'abbiamo rotta, chat.
No! She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah. It's not the end for
What is that
me.
supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Do it then. End us all before I die.
Andiamo allo specchio. Ok. You have grown. Sei cresciuto. In the long quiet once again. Ah, vedi, quando arrivi così alla fine della run, credo.
In the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
È la stessa, quanto è cambiato?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Quando tutto questo sarà finito, sai cosa cazzo vuoi fare?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Non sai che alla fine di tutto ti ucciderò, vero? Quando vado indietro è come se un muro invisibile si chiudesse intorno a me. Perché non posso rifare le stesse cose che ho fatto prima? Che senso? Cosa vuol dire?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only
Ah, forse mi sta facendo capire che non posso rifare le strade che ho già scelto? Cosa vuoi che ti porti la prossima volta?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Quindi non hai nessuna preferenza su come vuoi cambiare o crescere? How many more verses you need?
If I am to be an ocean, you have have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Rotto il
You will
cazzo.
have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Qui c'è anche Attack the Entity, Destroy Your Body,
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Non so se dirgliela questa, raga. Che dite? Cioè, non so se la ran giusta per dirgli, lo sai che alla fine della fiera ti ucciderò. Forse però qui non conta niente. Perché tanto poi resetta. Io chiederei, anch'io glielo voglio chiedere, però stavo anche pensando a quale potrebbe essere, perché tu sei stata più gentile con me di chiunque altro io abbia incontrato. Io grazie. Perché? Mi chiediamo perché.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Ok. Ci sta. Accurate come risposta.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Vediamo.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Ma non sto capendo chi è lei, cioè...
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you.
Vedi, perché io porto a lei i corpi di lei. Ok. Vedete, le mani ora la stanno prendendo. Ok, ora ho capito. Le mani la stanno prendendo. Questa è la versione di lei che gli abbiamo portato, che ora loro, tra virgolette, assimilano. Loro, lei, la voce. Bella dog quei 16.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Quelle mani sono sempre... Allora, praticamente noi stiamo sacrificando, tra virgolette, tante principesse per creare... vedi, once you are finished, per finire questa cosa, questo vessel, questo pupazzo, questa cosa, boh. Questa entità.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together.
Esatto, le creo portando le varie sfaccettature. Non vuoi fare pupazzi di neve. Non è il momento di copypasta, dai. Destroy your body. Cosa facciamo, chat? Un po' sono curioso di provare a fare le altre cose, Un pelino sono curioso di fare attack e destroy. I'm ready to go back, secondo me semplicemente finisce. Io sono appena arrivato, me ne lavo le mani, giustamente. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Ok. Fanculo, troia, puttana, ogni cazzo di RAM, mamma mia. Capitolo 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path
Into the woods.
And at the end of that path,
There's a cabin.
you're here to
Ok. Vabbè, qui non serve a niente parlarci, secondo me. Se me ne vado e basta?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
L'unica cosa che conta, esatto, è che io non ci vado al Kevin. Faccio il bambino capriccioso.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole
Ah, e
situation.
così sono diventato The Hero.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
How convenient.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Maybe I'm sure.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Niente.
But fine,
Ah, ok.
you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that?
Ma dai!
Cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best.
Eh sì, ma The Hero è arrivato come prima risposta, no, regà? O c'è sempre The Hero? Ok, mi va bene questa.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Ok, però vedi, non siamo nemmeno entrati, siamo al capitolo 2, lo straniero.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay her.
Il senso di déjà vu, non è già successo. Oh, raga, non c'entriamo. Ok, stay in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Ah, vedi? Forse l'avevo già scelta quella roba di stare nel Wood Forever. E mi dice che è un finale che praticamente ho già fatto. Può essere. Ok, facciamo lei.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. Warning.
What?
Before you go any further. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost
esatto, la
the same
finestra
space.
di uno, ok.
It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. No,
okay.
Take in the knife. Have you seen this play? I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many
Va
you
bene.
can't just say that? Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action save the entire world.
Salva la Lidl, salva il mondo.
You cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see
Bene, adesso sono diventato Bastian contrario.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay. Good. Now
No. Allora, il mirror non lo tocchiamo. Cosa facciamo, chat? La prendiamo sta cazzo di blade? Ciao Nana, notte. Ah, qui è un casino perché è un mashup di tutti i mondi. E noi siamo il contrario ora. Quindi noi daremo sempre contro al narratore, credo. Credo che avrò sempre un'opzione per dar contro al narratore. Quindi magari... Basta incontrare perché nel capitolo 1 si prende no, ok. Prendi la lama e stabbati allo specchio, ma non posso, credo. Allora, aspettate, ma essendo che io adesso ho Bastian contrario, quindi posso dire di no. Se rifaccio la cosa che io le taglio il braccio e la porto fuori e quando lui mi dice di accoltellarla sulle scale, magari mi viene la risposta no? Bella saxa con i 45. Che dite? Per me potrebbe succedere. Quindi non prendo la lama, perché la lama mi era caduta. Me ne vado, ragazzi. Grazie per i sabbi RSBC donation. Buonanotte e a domani. Ma che cazzo? Dov'è la principessa, cazzo, raga? Mi è già passata la voglia di salvarla, dai. Beh, la spamping qui 18, un po' che non ti vedo. Come stai?
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Secondo me devi usare i save e load. No, perché si sputtana tutto, cioè con i load non tiene traccia dei progressi.
Into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Ok.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Ok, qui è già incazzata.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
And what's that?
That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Allora, vabbè. Quella al centro.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Se la sentiva calda, insomma.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Ok.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity.
Ma Horus si è addormentato sulla tastiera?
An emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What the hell? Hello?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over.
Yeah, that was a trip.
Back to our old devilish ways.
Ciao Roby, grazie per i 52.
Eyes
Grazie
bright
infinite.
but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Allora, what's your name? Getting down here was weird. Ok. Sai perché ti hanno chiuso qui? Sei una minaccia per il mondo e mi hanno spedito qua a ucciderti. Come ti chiami?
Princess.
Cristo!
Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Two princes Melke one.
We can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
Again? Have you been here before?
Should we tell him?
Nah, let him stew.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
Until?
It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time,
Unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Root. No, così spero farlo ok. Proviamo a liberarla. Ma sono insieme, raga. I'm getting you out of here. Ma... Ah, perché praticamente una... va bene, facciamolo.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward.
Oh, cazzo.
Foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Ma che cazzo?
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Quando vai dal chirurgo estetico con il ticket di Groupon.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can we pull it back apart? Fix it?
Bene, Denko i 58.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's gonna be ok, farò il mio meglio. I think you're supposed to be No. Proverò il mio meglio. Ucci. Ok, finito. E ora andiamo nel mondo, quello dove vediamo. Adesso mi fa uscire dallo specchio, esatto.
She's gone. Where did she go? Is that a... This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Yeah, don't look at it.
Always makes him leave. Ok, questa è la solita frase. You have withered. Prima mi ha detto you have grown. Ok, adesso c'è la tipa che sbrilluccica.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Non può essere una contraddizione, le contraddizioni non esistono. Non importa quante volte torno indietro, uno di noi due fa male all'altro. Questo non ti cambia, non ti fa diventare peggio? Ma in alto mi mette quelle nuove sempre, credo.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. It makes me like you more. I don't know what... Cazzo vuol dire?
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Ok.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence.
Ciao Nick.
There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Is he planning to kill you? You know, okay. Do you know what happens to the world when we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Ok.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done. I will be here when it is time for us.
Arriva il jumpscare. Tiè, fottiti, non ci sono cascato. Chat, mi dovete dare 2 minuti, facciamo 3. Vado in bagno, mi faccio il coffee e arrivo.
At the end of that path is a cabin.
E diventeremo l'eroe diventerà il Giga Chad e risolveremo la questione. Arrivo. Nel mentre potete riempire la barra, fare un subtrain, perché qui sono morti troppi sub. Troppi. Siamo a meno 65 da una cifra tonda che non è bellissima, ma è comunque una cifra tonda. Arrivo. Eccolo. Mi sa che se l'auto non ha funzionato, vero? Riproviamo. Use your money and get a sub, you get a badge, it's not so bad. Bram.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Vabbè, tanto posso bermi tranquillamente il caffè anche mentre gioco qua. Ok, che pat possiamo prendere a sto giro? Allora, proviamo a fare... Abbiamo mai fatto che gli diamo contro a lui? Cioè, diciamo proprio tipo, che ne so, Sweet. Però forse Explore. Prenderò qualche tipo di reward?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest.
Bene, zio Carlos, qui 67. Ok. Va bene.
That's the spirit. You make your way up.
Va bene, proceed, ma stai attento, mentirà. Ah, non me l'ha detto, ma. Ok.
The interior of the blade is your
Prendiamo la lama.
Take the blade from
E entriamo. Anche ascoltare, infatti lo ascoltiamo.
the base. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all
Ok. Silenziosi.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade.
Oh? No talking. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have,
Ok, questo è come
you
prima.
should just drop it.
Sì, Andre, tutta la sera che lo ranniamo perché ad ogni run cambiamo le cose.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now,
What if she's bluffing? Slay the
you
princess.
lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh.
Ok,
easily
questo è come
give way
prima.
and look
Oh, this is it. I'm almost... Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Ok.
She's convinced. Yes, but it's over.
Questo è
It's
tutto come
over.
prima. Vedi, però questa she's there. I'm not sure I feel like ok, non era così facile.
Over.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Ok, però lui dice di non controllare. Quindi noi non controlliamo.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side.
What?
What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Ma che cazzo?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
Bitch.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
Ma non avevo altre risposte però, regà,
Matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark.
And you die. Il rasoio. Ok, proviamo a rifare ancora la stessa roba?
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
Ok, non è già successo. Ok, proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. It couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Adesso siamo dei cheated perché lui ci aveva promesso una reward e invece non ci ha dato un cazzo.
Look out for this time. Just stay focused.
No, lo so, non l'abbiamo mai visto perché infatti adesso siamo dei
The
cheated.
interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table.
Anche questo sarebbe da capire perché succede, eh.
The blade is your implement.
Prendiamo la blade. E andiamo nel basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Ok.
The air seeping up from below has an almost
Ciao stregato.
to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Step hero, I am stuck.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Però c'è già la voce incazzata ora, eh.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the
Che
final
cazzo?
step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Ciao cool name.
Now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Allora, si ricorda che è successo l'ultima volta. Se vengo vicino a te non mi accoltelli e basta. Effettivamente lei ha le mani dietro la schiena. So che hai un coltello. Ti faccio uscire se lo butti per terra.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Cazzo. Ti hanno mai parlato degli zinghi?
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Ok.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Sì. What if we are both honest with each other? I was sending to stop you from the war and you killed me last time after... Proviamo.
That doesn't sound like me.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember. Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Ok. Non ho la chiave. Ok, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. I'm not trusting this by turn and leave. Screw it, slay the princess. Go.
The princess falls silent,
her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Let's go.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound.
Vabbè, ma cazzo, sono un coglione.
Whose meat? Not ours. Hers, at first.
Ah.
Then yours.
No.
Hehe.
Ma come hihi? Bitch.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Ma che cazzo?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
The Arms Race. Questo è un capitolo 3, vedi?
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Mi piace The Cheated, raga.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Go, Johnny.
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Minchia, The Haunted è spaventatissimo.
It's better that way. Without a fight, no.
Ah, niente, ho 1000 personalità.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused,
Ciao, Olid.
shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Secondo me è dietro lo specchio la porta.
You can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Però una sola volta siamo arrivati al terzo stage e non siamo potuti scendere.
In our way, let's just break it.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement.
Vedi?
It creaks open. And the mirror's
Let's go.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Quindi questa è la prima volta che riusciamo a scendere, però non ci sarà mai lei sotto.
Stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic. An unintentional
Niente, sei scivolati giù.
slip your body tumbles on
Eccola.
the basement floor and the form of the princess
Si è fatto i tagli sulla gonna, raga.
standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
It's survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is hushed by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Oh, we're going to fight her again. We're going to say, okay, we're going to appeal to her authority. Ci sorrendiamo. Ci flirtiamo. Ha delle spade come mani e noi no. Panico. Tutte queste idee sono stupide, pensa ad altro. Ma io ci flirterei, raga.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Niente.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monk? I'd rather not.
I'm into it.
I'm into it.
Can't say I mind either.
Notte pala.
For all the cheese.
A martedì.
Can we flirt by fighting her, though?
Ok. I know you want to kill me, but I don't want to tell you how gorgeous you are. I just feel like I really get you. How about you buy me a dinner before impaling me to death? Give her the look! Select the look, raga!
The look. The look. We've all used it. Yeah, do you not know about the look?
Have you ever heard about the look?
The look, eh? So we're getting serious.
Ah, è tipo la Magnum, the look.
You flash the princess the look, and a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin.
Unbelievable!
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Ma come?
Or not.
Oh, I like her.
I like her a lot.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Niente dodge, raga.
Now. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Yeah.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Come on, show me something new.
We're going to find the other again. We're going to see if I'm okay. We're going to appeal to an authority. We're going to surrender. Vabbè, proviamo a fightarla, sì. Niente. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again. Okay.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you any.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not...
See? Okay, yeah. That was a good... Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried...
Mi manca solo l'Iro, mi sa.
We're getting close. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. None of this is working. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
And you die. Capitolo 4. Allora, è la prima volta che arriviamo al quarto.
We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Ah, ok, vedi, col cheated siamo ripartiti direttamente dalla cabin. Capisco più un cazzo, raga, ormai.
We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to... They're all the same. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is...
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that winning.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our...
Go, Smitten, va bene. Però ok.
The door and onto the basement.
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Bravo, diglielo.
Sure you don't want me
Ciao,
to describe
Picciu.
the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Ok, mi sa che adesso se lui non descrive niente è tutto nero.
Just want to win.
Ah no.
Fine. Make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Però no, vedi, se lui non descrive schippiamo le parti. Perché vedete, le scale non le abbiamo dovute fare.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait, and not for very long.
Saranno le
because I'm going
chiavi?
to do it right now.
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Stronzo.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really?
Ok, then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's
Oh,
skin
cazzo.
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
È diventata la princess mani di forbice.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely
Divine.
Yes! Behold, the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Cambiato puntatore perché abbiamo il coltello, se no di solito è un dito.
She doesn't even have her
Random.
back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Ok, svuota la tua mente.
Something feels different
Abbiamo
about
tolto
you.
anche il narratore.
It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Ok. Errore di somewhere else, ok.
Incredible.
Ok, fermi, stiamo fightando e la stiamo doggiando. Perché giustamente, non essendoci il narratore, non ci può fottere. Allora, entrambi i colpi sono letali. Nessuno di voi due sopravviverà. Ma nessuno di due ha paura di quello che sta per succedere. Questo è un buon finale. Dopo 3 ore un good ending. Ok. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. Ok. You are unrevealed. Ok, qui arriviamo alla fine. Video, sei ok?
Beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it. It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think anything is out there? Come dietro ci sono voci che mi parlano. Alcune invece non c'entrano niente con me, lo chiamo il narratore e vuole che io ti uccida. Tu hai un narratore?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Non lo so, però mi sta in culo. He does, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. Appena lo trovo avremo risposte. Non sai, appena lo becco lo ammazzo.
If he is anything other than us, he isn't worth the effort to destroy.
Allora, stage before competition, not going back, I'm just going to stay here. Attaccala.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
Dici che manca un'ultima run? Non credo, sai?
Always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you.
Ciao, Cepe.
Until you're ready to return to mine.
No. Si è chiuso il gioco. What the hell? Ma apposta dite? Non so se hai
You always
crashato.
returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Ok, no, si è chiuso un purpose. Sai cosa succederà quando ti svegli?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Giustamente.
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Ah sì, pare che dice che è l'ultima run, è vero.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Cioè sembra che sia un'ultima run. The Hero and the Princess, anche perché sono molto cotto, quindi sì, facciamo un'ultima run e poi credo che vi abbandono prima stasera, raga. Scusate, ma è stato un weekend devastante, abbiamo avuto 2 partite. Ieri sono uscito di casa alle 10 del mattino, sono tornato a casa alle 11:30 di sera. Oggi più o meno idem. No, ma sai cosa, Elve? È fatto da Dio il gioco, non ti fa rispondere. Cioè, quando ci sono delle risposte che ti portano unicamente in una direzione, non te le fa più prendere. Allora, però cosa dobbiamo... Cos'è che non abbiamo ancora mai fatto? Cioè, cosa cazzo è che non ho mai fatto? The world what they're talking about. Vabbè, qui credo che posso dire.
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the interior of the blade.
Non prendiamo The Blade a sto giro, proviamo. Vado abbastanza a caso all'inizio perché non mi ricordo cosa potrebbe mancare.
Hello?
Don't let
Lamentiamo.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Va bene.
She's beautiful.
Okay.
I'm begging you to stay focused.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out...
Ok. Cosa facciamo? Parliamoci un attimo.
Ok.
Qual è il tuo nome? Non so niente di te. Se sono la prima persona che vedi da tanto cosa hai mangiato e bevuto. Sono stato mandato per ucciderti. Però qua dice: mi dispiace, non ti posso credere. Go back upstairs, retrieve the blade. Ah, ma retrieve the blade vuol dire che è quella al piano di sopra, però non è quella che c'è imboscata lei? Se le chiedo come si chiama mi dice Just Call Me Princess.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, But, okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Effettivamente, niente, non ci risponde. I can't believe they... okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Esamina the chains, vediamo.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't.
You're making a huge... No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains, binding. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's...
Va bene. Oh, qui dice che torno su. No, quindi dico... Allora, se dico hai altre idee, queste si mangia il braccio, giusto? Le dico che vado su.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way...
Ah no, però è chiuso.
You make your way to the bottom. Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising in the...
If I could just get out of these chains...
Ok, adesso ci lanciano la cosa. Ah, non l'abbiamo mai uccisa dopo che si morde. Non l'abbiamo mai ammazzata dopo che si morde il braccio lei. Proviamo.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the... Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Ok.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a
incazzata, raga.
Enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Bella Prip.
She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt.
Segno.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Dai, brutta stronza.
This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Diamoglielo tutto. Slay the princess.
Seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Turn around. Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Beh dai, finale good ending ancora.
All this time alone. I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry about such things.
Everything goes dark and you die.
And you die.
Chapter 2, The Witch. Ok, buono.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is that you're here.
Ok, va bene. Déjà vu. Ok, proceed to the cabin.
Oh, she will
Va bene. E ora che cazzo troviamo? Dun dun dun!
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Ci sono due cose sul tavolo, no, una lama e un root, una radice, credo.
The blade is your implement.
E prendiamo the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Ok, quindi imboschiamo l'arma noi.
The door to the base, the weak starlight from the cabin.
Va bene.
The air smell, her
Sì,
voice.
sì, sì.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down.
I'm not
But
nasty.
you are. You're a wretched little I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Ok.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say?
Anche l'opportunista fa spaccare,
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh cazzo, cos'è?
Descend the basement steps.
Ma c'è la coda.
Entering the dark room, you can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade.
No, 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 mi prude solo la schiena.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Ah, sto giro è il narratore che lo ammette.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Aspettate che... Un attimo, ho un cavo che si è aggrovigliato. Vediamo se ho rotto qualcosa. No, pare di no. No, il cavo delle cuffie che, essendo che passa a fanculo, mi passa sotto la scrivania intorno alla sedia, solo che deve essere che non so come, si era aggrovigliato tutto intorno alla sedia Infatti ho mezzo spaccato il jack, però sembra andare. Bella Monkey?
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Che storia avvolgente quella delle cuffie, vero?
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Sì, come no.
Talk to her.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Allora, I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all made mistakes. Don't worry, I play easy for you. You scare me, ok? When you say I'm off, you scare me, ci sta. Can't buy coffee. Look, I know, things got messy last time. Why do you feel about me? I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's something broken trust, okay? I don't trust you, not enough to free you. I didn't care for how you treated me. I think you might be a danger to the world, and I'm going to attack you now. Sì, l'ultima, raga.
Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness? Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
Non l'ha presa bene.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her!
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest.
Brutta stronza.
Wait, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in...
Let's go, mi piace questa cosa.
We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop.
Il positivo.
Stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the book of honourable combat. Both you and the princess of... That's nice and all, but are we winning? Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait,
What's going on? We're establishing a newer, better pecking order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Pure.
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch?
Ma anche le sue boobs sono diventate smaller. Ma cosa sta succedendo?
From your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
Allora, what about you? They crush me, make them stop. We are not animals. We can work together. Give up and wait your death. Go out fighting.
Just once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lifted delicately off the ground, but the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of breaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally.
Minchia, quanto è divertito il narratore,
Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still, she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then...
You die.
Pop.
Pop.
Everything goes dark. And you die.
The Wild. Sì, credo che qui va avanti fino al 6º, raga. Credo che sia l'ultima run.
We are a path in the woods.
E per la prima volta lei ci parla da qui.
No beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
Ok.
No, that's all wrong. You're not
Ciao Loggi, ciao con lui.
on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third?
Di più.
That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Figa, nemmeno me la ricordo più quella. Ah no, l'ultima volta era quella delle Blades, ok.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us.
Chiedile se fa SMR.
He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide
Parla come la principessa della storia infinita. Bastian, dammi un nome.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed.
And what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving? Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest.
There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happened to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed.
Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad.
And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
Niente, figa. L'uomo
It
equo.
was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this...
Ma perché lei sembra così stanca nel modo in come parla ora?
So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together.
Ah, ok.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Questa cosa che ci sta guardando cos'è? Perché sei buona con me? Non mi odi? Ok, è vero, ma quindi ora? Qualsiasi cosa noi siamo un abominio e voglio uscirne. Non mi piace questa cosa, io sono io, tu devi essere tu. Ok, you narrator, how do I stop her?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
Ok.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
Beh, insomma.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Non abbiamo abbastanza di sto tipo, come lo fermiamo?
Push back. It may feel like he's everywhere.
Go ragazzi, rivolta contro il narrator.
Strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to...
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Stai zitto. No, turn inward and find your freedom. Freedom! Stick it upon, stick it upon, stick it
You
upon.
fall inward, into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere at once, just in the right place at the right time. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
C'è un posto dove dovresti essere di solo trovarlo.
You stretch, search and search, growing as you decay, and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place
will fall apart before you find its end.
GG.
This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
E no, sta parte sta confondendo, praticamente noi stiamo tentando di trovare il narratore ora.
All the more reason to keep trying. Come on.
Cioè noi praticamente adesso siamo diventati un tutt'uno con lei e lei ci sta dicendo che dobbiamo trovare lui e ucciderlo.
That's right. I know a loser when I see one.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
Ti credo, trova la strada. E sì, noi siamo diventati le radici perché il cabin è diventato di radici e ci hanno inglobato. E siamo diventati l'albero di Cassia, insomma.
Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand.
Ci siamo!
I think it's too late for that, man.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us.
Shatter it, let's go! Shatter the cage! Katoosh!
Job well done, team. Just like I'd planned.
Oh, can it? This was all of us, fighting as one.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
This what?
It's beautiful.
Ma cosa? And then it's gone. Where did he go?
So cold.
Cos'era, regà? No.
She's gone. Where did she go? Is that a...
It's going to be okay, just trust me, we've been here before and you always get scared. Of course you're scared, this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse. Screw that. This can't be real. It just can't. You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
Non posso fare altro che andarci. Va bene. Va bene. You gain. You are nothing at all. Ma non è giusto, non puoi... You refocus your gaze and then you see a figure. Paint and then shadow, just beyond the reflection. Dove?
I think you know what I am.
Come think you know what I am? Cioè noi siamo il narratore? Non capisco. Un corvo? C'era un corvo? Broken glass, ok. Quindi tu sei il narratore. Mi chiedevo se avere... Ah, eccolo qua, vedo un occhio. Che mi chiedevo se ti avrei mai visto. Sei simile a me? Fa male. You don't want me to say the princess, why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Come vedi tanti occhi? Io ne vedo solo uno.
Despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once.
Però vedi una bocca. Boh, una roba strana. Cristo.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
You've met many others like me. Anche la principessa l'hai fatta tu?
The shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die. She becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
If you may does, then I want to know that there's been a torture. If you want to finish, qualcosa da dire per te stesso? Dopo tutto questo pensi che qualcuno di noi meriti di vivere? Non pensi che le cose saranno solo peggio se lo uccido? Come potrebbe essere vivere in un mondo senza di lei? Qualcuno sa di noi? Un dio, ho sempre saputo di essere speciale. Ogni narratore era differente. Minchia, quante domande posso fargli? Però in realtà credo che siano numerate le domande che gli posso fare. Alla fine c'è distruggi il mirror.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts.
Io non ho capito cos'è questo mondo.
When the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Non voglio essere un dio, voglio essere me stesso.
And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Ok, questo è quello di prima. Yes, yes, every narrator really been different.
That is by both necessity and design. This construct.
Chi ha fatto questo gioco si chiama secondo me è fatto da Dio, perché comunque tutti i dialoghi sono veramente belli.
Yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore. No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective. From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your...
Effettivamente non gli si può dire niente su questa, l'ho trollata. Yeah. Se non è capace di diventare quello che una persona vuole, non posso farla diventare qualcosa di piccolo.
You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
I have many questions for you. Fine, sto facendo 1 milione. Come sei morto?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Oddio, li mentiamo, sì, dai. Gli dico, vabbè, dai. Riposa in pace e la spacco io, però li mentiamo.
Lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Cioè noi siamo The Long Quiet, cioè noi siamo un dio. Va bene. Sei tu un dio? Cioè non c'è più lei? Ok, c'è.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Va bene.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Mi sei mancata anche tu. Non sapevi degli eco? Hai sentito la nostra conversazione? I'm the Long Quiet. Ma non so cosa voglia dire.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
No, hai capito male, dicevano shifting mouth. Dopo ti spiego perché.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Adesso can we really just leave? Perché tutto cade su di me? Ancora tante domande. Se ti lascio andare, un mondo intero morirà. Se saresti sempre diventata questa, ha veramente avuto importanza quello che ho scelto? Ci deve essere un'altra strada. Ah, te l'ho detto che sarebbe successo quando avremmo raggiunto questo punto. Uccidila.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion
No,
are
cazzo.
dances that both of us know
Non ti
well.
incazzare, sta andando tutto bene.
This is what it takes to enlighten you.
No!
And so be it.
Non ti arrabbiare, treccine.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
Crazy comes second to do the right things. I still want to know what's out there. I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back in?
Though that was us before we were us, there is no turning back. For all the echo's delusion, he still managed to reshape reality itself. Though he could not destroy what could not be destroyed, We are intertwined, but we are separate.
A boundless torrent of blades cuts you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead and alive and dead all at once.
Impazzita, raga.
You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
I want to engage with violence, remain silent, there's no need for us to keep fighting. Stop the fight early and surrender. No. Se non avessi diviso ci saremmo ammazzati a vicenda.
And it was a joy for me to finally face my end. Even when I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
Non ti capivo prima, ma credo di capirti ora. Sembravi addolorata. Mi spiace per quello che ho fatto. Non farò. Ok, proviamo di questa.
You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend.
Che menosa.
And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
No, tu ce li hai million of eyes.
Your lover tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it?
Ma questa qui al centro col sorriso c'era anche prima e non l'ho vista. Se distruggete ciò che serve va bene. Non voglio cambiare, non voglio scappare alla verità.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
No, non finché non vedere cos'è la mia prospettiva.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Ok. Grazie per esserti aperta con me. I don't want to share my heart with anyone. I wish I could share my heart with you. You showed me how to break me. It was a terrible thing to see. I want to engage with this. Stop the fight early, no.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
Ci stiamo dissolvendo.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Allora, cosa pensi che succeda se ce ne andiamo? Sono pronto per andarmene.
This universe dies and a new one is born, and that one dies and a new one is born, and you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Ma una giornata al mare no, eh?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Tutto qui a parte lei, sei tu. Senti le tue ali. Puoi sentire il vetro del costrutto che ti preme addosso confinandoti in lati infiniti.
I love you.
Fanculo, bitch. Sei libero e lei con te. Cazzo, è il caleidoscopio questo?
It's magnificent. Everything, just like it always has been, and just like it always will be.
Yeah, step into the infinity, mi metto... Ok. Cioè, siete finalmente a casa. Allora, Tony Howard, Arias e Harry Howard, cioè Abby Howard e Tony Howard, siete due drogati, avete capito? Siete due fottuti drogati, lasciatevelo dire. Sono loro? Sì, sì, guarda, sono loro. Pasticcomani della minchia. Here's the Ah, ok, figo. Carina sta cosa. Oh, regà, incasinato un poco, cioè nel senso, non è che non è comprensibile il finale, è un po' me il finale perché alla fine, non lo so, dall'ultima parte sembrava un po' scontato che alla fine esplodesse tutto, eccetera, però i 3/4 di gioco dove comunque devi arrivare al finale sono fighissimi. Alla fine sono i due finali, vai con le uccidila. Secondo me non sarebbe cambiato niente, fidati. Secondo me il finale è solo uno. Il fatto che non abbiamo modo di rigiocarlo, effettivamente no. Start game ricomincia dall'inizio, credo, sì. Oh, ripeto, per me comunque figo, so che è stato... Oh, cazzo. Ok. So che è stato pesante perché... non hai mai salvato, no. So che è stato pesante perché è un gioco così full in inglese. Io traducevo solo le nostre risposte, non traducevo quello che diceva loro sempre perché sennò alle 5 del mattino eravamo ancora qui. Però vabbè dai, avete retto botta. A me è piaciuto un botto, ci sta. Ogni tanto questi giochi qui a me piace farli. Secondo me questo qui era super full run, no save, easy clap. Era super fatto da Dio, sia come musica che come ambientazione, cioè comunque i suoni, ma ripeto anche proprio i dialoghi, quello che dicevano era proprio figo, le parole che usavano, secondo me molto ricercato, molto fatto bene. Una no death, esatto, una no resta. No, una volta il gioco si è chiuso ma perché ci ha voluto trickare.